Hello, friends. Welcome to Akulmach Live. My name is CK. All right. As the topic of this discussion is about how the remote working will affect the education sector, especially the lives of teachers as well as the life of students. And this is a very important subject because as we progress into future, uh, more and more technology is going to affect us, and it is going to affect the different industry segment, and therefore why not the education segment. Especially if you look around, there are so much work being done in the edtech space. Software development is happening with regard to new ERP solutions, school ERP solutions being developed. Also new kind of augmented reality system being developed, and once they are being developed, they are going to be implemented sooner or later. So how it is going to affect the teachers and students, that is the topic of our discussion. And let's proceed towards what benefit or advantages people will get by getting onto the remote working scenario in the education space. All right. So the first point is, once we have the technology implemented in the education spectrum, then definitely this space is going to explode. There is going to be very high level of accessibility. So it will actually dissolve the boundaries. So larger countries like India, US, some other larger places like EU, there are different states in those regions. And if you are an education institution, you are not. I mean, if you are in India, you are not limited to the state boundary. You are already reaching out using the physical mechanism to try and convince the students to come and work, join their university, and clear exams, appear for an interview, and then participate. However, the amount of seats that you can offer is limited to the physical space you have in your colleges. So if you actually get on to the remote working, which is online space, then it will improve your accessibility many times. You can't even imagine that how the boundaries of states and countries will dissolve right in front of you, and people don't have to apply for visas, or they don't have to travel, spend money in airfare and lodging, boarding when they join your university and reach your classroom. So it is going to change the whole environment drastically. You can imagine, what will happen if the university or a school gets online. You can actually improve your accessibility. You can rope in as many students as you want to. There is no limit in number of students. I'm going to limit it by the number of seats I have in the classroom. No, you can actually implement as many this school CRM or ERP in such a way that you will have a lot of students joining from whichever country, from whichever time zone. You will be able to apply all of those in your teaching style. So definitely very high level of enhanced accessibility is the feature of if you plan to become an online university or online school. What others activity that you can think of taking care of? Well, the other is the change that teachers or the institutions will have to undergo, which is the innovative teaching method. Currently, the teachers are standing in the classroom, and they are saying that, look, I am providing these kind of education for my students, and therefore I'm actually providing education while standing in front of the class, and then I have these disciples in front of me, and I'm giving them lectures and they are noting them down. I'm using blackboard, whiteboard, or any kind of medium. However, when it comes to teaching style in the online space, it is going to be totally different. It's not like that you're standing in the classroom or standing under the tree and taking your class. It's not going to be like that. It is going to get very interactive. It is going to be not one way but two-way communication, because the students in your class, when you're giving lecture, can come from anywhere, may have any questions. And to build the bond between teachers and student, you will have to follow certain things like, uh, follow things like, creating interactive sessions with the student. So it is going to be a dialogue based. It is going to be something which is not limited to only teaching style of teaching parameter of a student. So it is undergoing a tremendous change. That is the first change. Second thing is, since the education will be offered in an online manner, there will be a lot of online tools, recording sessions, some sort of matrix analysis, some sort of graphic representation of how triangles are being drawn, etc. A whole lot of graphics will come into the picture so that you can actually train the students in a very very fast manner by giving real examples rather than leave half of the things on the imagination of the students. Uh, each student has a different aptitude. However, if you draw pictures and if you have a graphical representation, which is rather difficult when you use the board, whiteboard or a blackboard. However, if you have some sort of an application, it can draw, especially AI. Yeah, you can ask AI to draw a small video, and then right in front of you, that video will be created by AI for your student. So I think the teaching style will undergo a lot of changes. The methodology also will undergo a lot of changes in the online space. And trust me on this, friends, this is going to happen sooner or later. You can delay this whole process, but maybe next year it will come, maybe 2 years down the line. But definitely, this automation in the education industry is coming. All right. What other changes it will bring is the student engagement. I briefly touched upon that. The engagement with the student will be on one-on-one basis. See, in a classroom, a teacher can interact with all. It looks like the teacher is interacting with all the students which are sitting in the classroom, but then it is not humanly possible that teacher actually cater to each and every student's very very personal requirement. Some students have a better grasping power in that subject. Others may have a grasping power in the other subjects. So the aptitude of all the students is not similar. They are not robots. They are human child, and therefore, the engagement with student will take a forward seat rather than taking a backbencher, right? So that becomes the whole point of training, and therefore the system, the future systems of future ERP, school ERP or university ERP will carry very heavy usage of AI. Whole lot of metrics will be generated during the session, and the tailor-made course material will be available to each student based on their aptitude, their interest level. And therefore, for you as a teacher also, the engagement will be one-on-one. It may look like that you're teaching thousands of students at the same time, but then for you have to get into the mindset that you have to look at the matrix, look at the student special needs, and then accordingly target that. Now, I have mentioned that there is going to be a lot of usage of AI. So the teachers will be training, and the AI assistant will also be training along with the teacher. I think this is going to be a very big change, and both students and teachers need to understand that such changes are coming and welcome them. So far, the pedigree of teachers or students, they are very used to doing things the way they want to do it. But these changes are going to happen, especially in the education industry, and therefore this is something which I'm evangelizing. And the new breed of software, new breed of systems will revolutionize the education system. Imagine, suppose we set up a colony on the moon. Are you going to send teachers from Earth to the moon only for the purpose of running a school there, or you want to extend internet and have the teachers here on Earth train the students on the moon? Similarly, in future in Mars. So you have to have a system which is scalable, which is robust, which is not dependent on a particular time zone, and this is where the mankind is moving, and there is going to be a very huge change in the education space. All right, let's move to the next point, and that is the adaptation. I've already mentioned that it's not only the students which needs to adapt to the new ways of education, but teachers will definitely need to adapt. So the more work is cut out for the teachers, because students change very quickly because they are young. Students can grasp things what is taught to them very very quickly. However, teachers are already grown, they are adults, and it is a lot difficult for teachers to adapt. However, this new environment will definitely undergo new training methodologies for the teachers. Right now in certain countries, teachers are job is regulated, and they are basically given a job of teaching only after they clear certain examinations. So those examinations will become totally obsolete because the new methodology is not being covered in those examinations. So even for teachers, even for the teaching institutions which are producing teachers as resources for our society, will have to undergo a lot of change. They have to start teaching the new breed teachers about what is going to come, and therefore the teacher adaptation is paramount. Now some people will have a lot of interest, and they will actually try and read a lot of information which is available on the net and try to adapt. However, the problem will not be solved if the teaching institutions which are rolling out teachers, they also undergo their major change and also change their curriculum. After all, teachers are the starting point of running our society, right? Without teachers, our society cannot run. So therefore, this is a very important subject where the teachers will have to adapt to the changing environment of the new education system, which is going to come. Depends on the government, when they want to allow these changes. But technology wise, these changes are being developed and will be rolled out very soon. And the last point is the future of education. As I already mentioned, the future of education is going to move in the online space. It is next to impossible for students to go for higher education, travel away from their home, spend a lot of money, get into hostels and take admissions into foreign universities, or within the country also the education is very very expensive. However, if the online mechanism is introduced, then it will become very democratized. Anyone will be able to join a higher course or education in any type of school based on the merits, of course. So the meritocracy will allow admissions from anywhere, and therefore this is something which is going to change. The future of education is definitely going to change big time, and we have to look at how we can cope up with the AI and the new automation which is going to come and affect the education industry. So friends, what do you think about this? Do you think this is something which is not going to happen, or if you think this is going to happen, please, in both the cases, send in your comments, your questions. I will be more than happy to respond to you. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you again in the next one.